Hey everybody, today I'm going to be taking a look at this Spritech portable PCP air gun compressor. Now what's really cool about this air compressor, it's able to supply air up to 300 bar, that's 4,500 PSI. The other thing that's really nice about this is everything you need comes right here in the unit itself. This is going to be the compressor, the fan. It has a built-in power adapter, that way you can use it with the included house power adapter here to use 110 volt, or you can use the little alligator clips here that come with it to run off a car battery. Everything's built into the unit, so you don't have to have a separate power supply or anything like that to be able to use this in the house. The other cool features are a auto shut off once it hits the pre-designated manual pressure. And in the package, you're going to get the air compressor itself. You're going to get this nice little carrying bag. You're going to be able to put all your accessories and your cables in. You're going to get this little accessory bag here that's going to be full of fuses, different adapters. You're also going to have a bunch of spare air filters here, things like that. This is going to be really great for maintaining this unit into the future. You're going to get a set of instruction manuals. Again, I mentioned the two different power adapters here, and then you're going to get your air supply line here. This is what you're going to be using to hook up to the PCP gun, or you're going to be able to use this also on different bottles, that you're going to be using for high pressure air paintball guns. Now what's cool about this, when you open up this piece here, this is what's going to house the air filter. So what's nice about that is everything's built into the unit, really nice and integrated. I think it's a pretty great little setup here. It's really nice and compact. So let's get a closer look and give it a try. So here's a closer look at the unit itself. You can see here you have your pressure gauge. What I like too is that this has the auto shut off switch here. So you basically just dial this in exactly where you want it. And then once it hits that pre-designated spot, it's going to kick off. You're also going to have your temperature gauge right here. So it's going to show you what the actual temperature of the unit is. And you're going to have your compressor button here to be able to turn it on and off, and then your fan. Now it's really important to remember to keep this fan on about 3 minutes before you start pumping, and make sure you leave it on afterwards to make sure that the actual compressor cools down. I like too that you have this really nice flexible handle here instead of like a hard plastic one. And on the front here, you're going to have your hookup line, which is where you're going to hook your supply up here. Super easy to put on, snaps right into place. And you're going to have your bleeder valve right here, so you make sure that that's shut when we start compressing. On this side here, you're going to have a little cleaning port, and you're also going to have a big fan here. This is going to be what helps keep everything nice and cool. And on the opposite side here, we're going to have our fuse. You have your 12-volt inlet, and then your house power. Okay, we got our leak down test plug in here. I'm going to go ahead and just set this manually to a little bit less than 2,000 PSI. We're going to go ahead and turn this fan on here. You're going to hear the fan kick on. And what's nice about this fan is it is blowing a tremendous amount of air out on this side. This is going to help keep the compressor cool. So when we go ahead and hit the compressor button here, you're going to see the temperature gauge kick on. This is going to make sure that you keep this at a safe temperature. You can see the pressure climbing. And what's nice here, you can see that it automatically shut off when it was supposed to. And it gives you this E4 that's going to let you know that it has tripped the pressure gauge. So all you have to do then is press the compressor button again. It's pretty much ready to go. And when you're done, you can just hit the fan button off. So overall, I can say this is an excellent air compressor. I really like the fact that it builds up pressure so quickly, especially when you're doing your leak down test here. It's got an all metal design. You're going to have that really powerful cooling fan. So this is going to save you obviously lots of money and headache when you need to refill those PCP air guns. Or again, as I mentioned, if you have any kind of high pressure air paintball canisters here, you can also use those.